Dunham, I know Congressman Kingston is a good friend of yours. He's a fine guy, a fine family man, but the record states Congressman Kingston does not have a history of voting with the president.
No.
Does not have the history of voting for union issues. Does not have a history of voting for public education issues.
That's
Does
right.
not have a history of voting for the underserved. Does not have a history of voting for the least of us. Okay? He has a history of voting for tax breaks for the rich.
Okay.
He has a history of voting for tax incentives for the rich. He has a history of helping those that consider themselves the top 5%.
Well,
okay?
you laid it right on the line. That's a fact. The record is there.
Right. That's what his history says.
That's what his history says.
I just like to get in on this conversation.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Now let's not let Mr. Barrow off the hook. I think we know that there isn't a whole lot of difference between a conservative Democrat and a conservative Republican in the South. I think that we need to remind ourselves that it was during the Obamacare, as they like to call it, that we had the situations here that I don't believe Mr. Barrow carried in the water for us. So we got to remember that I believe that we will probably be better off with a Kingston if we approach him properly. We know Mr. Barrow, in my opinion, did not carry water for us. And anytime I don't know how many times he voted with the president, but the most important thing to me was when the health care issue, and I don't believe he voted with the president on that.
Number one, and I got the record. The reason I got the record, Labor, we have the record. The AFL-CIO, I got the record of all 435 representatives and the 100 senators and then everybody else. Every issue, everything that's dealing across the board, got the record. John Barrow is, as they call themselves, one of the blue dogs. But
Blue dog.
the but is this. John Barrow, voting record, according to the NAACP on their side and Labor, is still vote 80-something% for good things. 80-something%. Now, I agree with you because we fuss and we fight. Senator Jackson can tell you, we got on the phone and we did all of these things on and everything else trying to get Congressman Barrow to vote for the health bill. Now, we did that. He didn't vote on that particular bill, but he voted on a whole lot of other things. Kingston record, is a fact. Jack record, and I like Jack. Jack is a friend of mine. But Jack voting record, like Lester said on issues, his voting record is 9, 10, 11, and 12%. That's facts. When John Barrow record is 80-something%. That's a fact. That's there. And wait a minute, let me say one other thing. Another thing you got to look at is the makeup of people districts sometime. A lot of time when you got a lot of those downers there pushing you, and you don't have a district that if you might want to go one way and they may not elect you back, you got to look at all of those things. And that's facts.
80% voting record is kind. I think 80% is kind, but you cannot give a person a break because they talk about their district is this, their district is that. It's always right to do the right thing.
Well, I agree.
It's always right to do the right thing. When it comes to health care for the least of us, it's always right to give everybody the chance to have health care. It should be a fundamental right. When you're a citizen of this great state, when you're a citizen of this country, health care should be a fundamental right if you're a citizen of this great country. So giving people a break because a district makeup is this or that, I think sometimes is a cop-out. Now,
it might be.
Now, unfortunately, or as Mr. Crenshaw said, or fortunately, Congressman Barrow will not be representing Chatham County or parts of Effingham County in the next election cycle. So we're going to have to put all our attention toward Congressman Kingston.
That is correct.
Even though he encompassed all of Chatham County and now parts of Effingham County, his district is still 60% conservative Republican.